Communication methods used by people who are deafblind in Australia. The population of people with deafblindness is diverse due to a wide variation in degrees of vision and hearing loss, and in some instances, the presence of other disabilities. But one thing that all people with deafblindness have in common is the need for specialised communication support. In this DVD, you will be introduced to a number of people with deafblindness, and you will learn about their specific communication needs and some typical deafblind communication methods, techniques and strategies used in Australia. While there are many telecommunication options available to people with deafblindness now, this DVD will focus on face-to-face communication. There is no standard terminology for different deafblind communication methods and techniques, so it's important to be aware that the names given to the different communication methods described in this DVD are the names used in Victoria, Australia, and these may differ in other states and other countries. We will start by looking at a variety of deafblind communication techniques which use Auslan, the sign language used by the Australian deaf community. Visual frame signing. First, we will meet Gina. Gina uses visual frame signing. Gina has Usher's syndrome, a common cause of deafblindness which results in hearing impairment or deafness combined with tunnel vision. Because Gina has tunnel vision, her field of vision is restricted, so she will only see signs within her field of vision. Interpreters and people signing with Gina need to work out what her frame of vision is and keep the signs within this frame. Signs outside of her visual field, such as dog, need to be fingerspelt, or the American version may be used. Tracking. As a person with Usher's syndrome vision deteriorates, they may start to place their palm over the wrists of the person signing to them in order to be able to track where to look to see the signs and give them extra tactile information, such as the force behind the signs, which helps convey the emotions behind the signs. You can see Gina using tracking here. Tactile sign. Now we will meet Alan and Jeanette, who use tactile Auslan. They place their hands over the hand of their communication partner to feel the signs. As facial expression is an important part of Auslan, Alan and Jeanette's communication partners need to give them extra information to help them understand what is being said. For example, a question mark needs to be drawn onto their palm so they know they're being asked a question. A smiley face or the sign for laughing is used if someone is making a joke. Social haptic communication. Here you can see social haptics being used. Social haptics is a tactile way of giving a person with deafblindness information. For example, the layout of a room, facial expressions of people in a group, letting a person know when you have arrived or are leaving, and features of art and music. Social haptics is not a substitute for sign language, but provides the person with deafblindness with additional information. Close range sign. Alison is deaf and has a severe vision impairment, so needs signing to be at close range. Alison attends a day program where her daily timetable is available for her in large photographs and pictographs, so she can predict and anticipate what will be happening during her day. Deafblind fingerspelling. Now we will meet Nola. Nola has no functional vision or hearing and communicates using a combination of deafblind fingerspelling and Auslan signs. Deafblind fingerspelling is very similar to the two-handed alphabet that deaf people use, but each letter is produced onto the hand of the person who is deafblind. Print. Now we'll meet Trudy. Trudy is able to speak but is not able to hear. She needs to receive information through large print notes. As with the other deafblind communication techniques, this involves a lot of concentration and is very tiring. If a computer is available, this is easier to read than handwriting, as the text is more consistent. Trudy likes black print on a white screen, but due to glare, some people with deafblindness prefer white on a black background. Print on palm. Using block capital letters drawn with your index finger on a person's palm is a way to communicate with someone who has difficulty hearing speech or seeing print. This is Denise. Print on palm is a useful way to communicate with Denise in noisy environments. Print on palm is also a way for people with deafblindness to communicate with people who do not know sign language. Messages are drawn onto the receiver's palm. Communication with people with little or no language skills. Now we'll meet Carmel, who has no formal communication system. Carmel expresses herself through vocalizations, body movements, gestures and facial expression. It is important that staff are very observant and receptive to Carmel's unique range of communicative behaviours. To help Carmel understand what is going on, it is important that her communication partners stick to her usual routine and use touch cues and objects to alert her to what is happening next. It is important that people born with deafblindness feel seen and heard by others, and for someone with no formal language skills, imitating their behaviours is a good way to let them know you have seen and heard them and are interested in them and what they have to say. Communication issues pose many barriers for people with deafblindness. However, skilled, trained, sensitive and observant communication partners can help to reduce the isolation, provide important opportunities for learning and just have a good laugh with others. We have touched very briefly on a variety of communication methods and strategies here. For further information, please contact ABLE Australia.